Hey gang, it's Matt. So y'all know how I like to go to the flea market and walk around and buy cheap stuff, and especially go down and check out my guy who does all the military surplus at the flea market. And man, I can get some great deals over there. And I was walking around and I found something that's really, really cool. And that is this. This is, I believe, one of the British pattern 58 Osprey cups. And I'll show it to you in a little while, a little closer. It says 1990 Osprey right on the bottom. So this is one of the Osprey cups, and he charged me $2 for the cup. And the cup's in great condition, you know, a couple of light scratches, but no giant gouges or nothing. I don't know where this cup has been, but it's been around a lot of places. And I saw him there, and it got me thinking about a couple of ideas how I could maybe use it with in conjunction with the canteen cup and stuff. And we're going to check that out in a second. But I want to show you up close the British pattern 58 Osprey cup. So let's go take a closer look at it. Okay, so here we go with the pattern 58 Osprey cup. And I'm sure that if I'm referring to it wrongly as a pattern 58, that I'm sure that somebody will let me know in the comments that I am wrong. But I know it's an Osprey because it says 1990 Osprey. Of course, don't get too close to the fire because it is made out of plastic. And just because it's made out of plastic, this is really thick and strong plastic. I think the capacity of this is about 500 milliliters, which is basically a half a quart. Why I liked it is because just like the basic old canteen cup, and this is Old Faithful that you've seen like 70 million times before. And there's our stove. Here's Old Faithful. It compares size-wise pretty darn close. That, of course, is made out of metal. That, of course, is made out of plastic. But it doesn't, it's a little bit different. This is made to go on the pattern 58 water bottle that's also made out of plastic. I think that this fits onto the top of the pattern 58 water bottle, and it makes a nice little package. And they make a custom carrier pouch that carries that whole thing. And I've heard that British pattern 58 stuff is really, really good, but I've never seen any of it. And like I said, I got this at the flea market for like $2, and these are pretty expensive on eBay. I can't believe I got 200. I got it for $2. He's got a bunch of them over there too. He had like 200, but it compares pretty favorably to the basic GI Canteen cup. GI Canteen cup, of course, has the handles. Okay, the Osprey also has the handles. What I like about the Osprey is when you know the handles are independent, but when you lock them, they lock in the middle, and it doesn't move. Kind of like the canteen cup, although you can move these a little bit in the canteen cup. When you lock these in, you can't really move them. So that's a pretty good comparison size-wise between the canteen cup and the Osprey cup. I thought that I would be able to carry a canteen in this, but here's the old military canteen. Goes perfectly in the canteen cup, of course. All right, because it'll also fit in the Osprey, but it's a little different size-wise. And if you put just an Nalgene, which is basically a canteen, if you look, it's about, the canteen and the Osprey is about an inch higher than the regular military canteen in the GI Canteen cup. What I want to do with this is I'm betting that the 1 inch height difference is not going to make a big difference, and I'm going to show you that in a minute. But really, really cool. About 500 milliliter capacity, which is plenty. I like the hard plastic. It kind of reminds me of the green cup for the Stanley Adventure series. only that is very, very much smaller capacity. And when I'm out camping or out in the woods and I'm drinking coffee, I like a bucket of coffee, not a little tiny coffee. Although I am a card-carrying member of the Green Cup Society. So I love the green cups, but I wanted something just a little bit different. The Osprey cup looks like it's going to be made to order. I'm pretty sure that it'll fit in a USGI canteen pouch. And we're going to check that out right now. So let's go see how it fits in the canteen pouch. Okay, so this is what I'm thinking, and this is just the Molly canteen pouch on the side of the Molly 3-day assault pack that I'm setting up. So usually you would have your your canteen cup. The canteen cup is made to fit right down in there. So here we go. That goes in like that, and this locks in just like that. Really, really firm. Now on the other side, I'm thinking about carrying the pattern 58 for the Osprey, and the Osprey will also fit right down in there. However, I said that a canteen in the Osprey is about 1 inch higher. Let's see if it makes any difference in the basic canteen pouch. Okay, it's a little bit more snug in there, but it will go perfectly. Now that fits excellent in the canteen pouch, and there's no real difference. You know, the canteen in the Osprey sits maybe 1 inch higher, but that's perfectly acceptable. Now, you can't cook out of the Osprey, but for regular drinking purposes, and you know, if you're drinking coffee or doing soup or something, or doing like or putting like a little stew in there, because that would hold a lot of it. And it's also got another couple of advantages, you know, that we're going to talk about in a minute. But here's how it compares to the regular canteen cup, GI canteen cup, and here's how the Osprey sits. So let's go talk about what we learned today. Okay, what did we learn today? We learned that, man, if there's a bargain, I'm going to get it. And I find a lot of bargains out to the flea market, and where I go to hit my guy up with the military surplus. And I got the Osprey cup for $2. I mean, like 2. And he had a whole bin of them. So this is a really, really cool item. If he would have had the whole canteen set there, I definitely would have bought the whole canteen set. But I'm not sure that I want to buy the plastic canteen, because, you know, you already got the plastic military canteen, and it will work. While it's not made to work with it, it will kind of work in a canteen pouch. It'll work just as well as you need it to work. One drawback is, of course, you can't cook in the Osprey because it's plastic and you're just going to melt it. But the other advantage of it is that it's like half a quart capacity. So if you like to drink a lot of coffee, or you're like setting up some stew or soup or something, and you're cooking in something else like the Stanley Adventure Series or the military canteen cup, you could, whatever's really hot in there, you could just pour it right in here, and it would work really, really well. You could drink out of it. You know, the canteen cup, military canteen cup, is metal. So if you're heating up water and that's the only thing you got, and you get that water really hot and boiling and you make coffee out of it, and then you put the metal canteen cup on your lips, man, you're going to get an attitude adjustment in the wrong way. So if you're carrying this, if you're carrying the Osprey cup and you're heating up water in the military canteen cup, and you're making coffee, or you're making cowboy coffee or anything like that, you get it all set on there and pour it right in this cup. You don't have to wait for the military canteen cup and the metal to cool down before you drink it. You're right in here, and you're ready to go. And when I'm camping and I wake up early in the morning, I need some coffee, and I need it bad. I don't want to wait for the canteen cup to cool off. But here we go with a little short review of what I believe to be the British Type 58 Osprey I don't know if it's the Mark IV Crusader. I think the Crusader is the metal, because the metal canteen cup, because I know that the Brits make their own version of the canteen cup, and I think that that is the Mark IV Crusader. But this is the Osprey cup, and this is going to be a really, really good general purpose cup, and it's going to be really, really good for hiking and camping. So I hope you like my review of the Osprey, British Osprey cup. And once again, this is Matt the Old Florida Boy, and I will see you on the trail.